China is expanding COVID lockdowns as infections there are on the rise.
Is COVID back? Have we passed the point of no return? Hey, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope that you're having a very great Saturday. Thank you guys for your love and support. It means the world. We do a ton of information and keep you guys updated on a daily basis of things that are happening right here in this country. Is COVID back? Well, that's a good question. I've seen many people getting sick here lately all over Facebook posting, hey, please pray, I'm sick, I'm not feeling good, going to the hospital. I have had several family members reach out to say, hey, pray, not feeling so well, under the weather, and hope we get to feeling better soon. And then I look up on the news and find some more information. I also see that it's Jimmy, yet he just said, hey, they're sick. I'm not saying they have COVID, but I think his wife did test positive for it. And our prayers are with them, as well as right here on the screen, China may have passed the point of no return as COVID infections soar. And the reason that I'm bringing this country up is just because where did it all start? We know where it came from, and yet again it seems to be rising again, and I really hope that it doesn't. Just today I woke up and my throat was hurting. I was feeling a little under the weather, and then it reminded me of an article that I read that said that when the winter comes it may ramp up COVID, and that COVID really works well and moves well within the colder weather. And I thought, oh man, now we've really got to take precaution and sanitize our hands. We've really got to make sure we keep our distance, and everything that we touch, we got to make sure we're cleaning our hands and not touching our face. So everywhere you go, I'm just telling you this video to take precaution. Is COVID back? Let us know down in the comments below if you know somebody that's got COVID. I had a co-worker last week that was out, and from the manager standpoint, we were all told that there was a COVID outbreak. They didn't tell us who it was, but just know that, hey, just take precaution. There was an outbreak of COVID. So this is something that is still real. I know that Joe Biden said that, hey, it's over, the pandemic's over. And yet again, you and I live in reality. We go to work, we go to the grocery store, we do all these things that we need to survive, and we're still amidst the COVID, and it's still here. And this is something that, of course, worried me because I have a 2-year-old, and in 2020, my wife had just got pregnant, and she was getting ready to expect, and so it really was a hard time making sure she was taken care of, making sure I was taking precaution, not bringing anything home. I could remember, now let me tell you a crazy story. I can remember coming home, okay, from work before they had us work from home. I would step inside the door, I would spray myself down with Lysol, take off my shoes, take off my clothes, lay it right there, and go straight to the washer. And then I would put on some new clothes for the house, and then I would go and I would make sure to sanitize my hand. We had hand sanitizer everywhere, and I'm telling you guys, we literally did this for what, 6 to 8 months, making sure that we didn't bring it. So here's the crazy part. One morning, on my way to work, I decided, hey, I want some breakfast and eggs. And there's this mom and pop restaurant, really good. Love those places that serve that home cooked food. And I went by, got 3 eggs, got some bacon and toast, and I swung by the drive-thru, and I noticed that the lady, and again, I've only been here a few times, I heard it was really good, but I've never been through the drive-thru. And once I found out they had a drive-thru, I thought, how simple is that? But I noticed the lady was touching the money, doing all this stuff, right? Handling the money, the cashier. And then next, they're sliding over plates that haven't been closed yet. And I guess it was to make sure so she knows what's in it. So she would like put the condiments in, she would do this, do that, close it, put it in a little bag, and then head out the window. And I'm gonna tell you something, my gut feeling said, don't eat it, don't, I mean, do you ever see those things like messing with food at a restaurant and you're like, no, I'm not eating that, or no, I'm not doing that? Well, that was a gut feeling that I had, but I was really in the mood for breakfast, and that was on a Monday. So I got the breakfast, I ate it. By Wednesday morning, I woke up with a headache, and I thought, something's off. And you know, when you get sick, you know when something's off. Like, it's different from a cold, it's different from just allergies. When you wake up in a certain sickness, you know, wait a minute, something's off. So this is how it started. I woke up on a Wednesday morning, 2020, and I remember having a headache, and I always take a shower in the morning. I'm the guy that I need a shower to wake me up, get me moving. So I took a shower, and I'm in there, and I'm like, man, I don't feel right. Like, this is different. I have a headache. I've never woken up with a headache before, and something is off. So I don't ever take off work. I mean, I've got to be sick I had E. coli. Long story, I'll tell you about that later if you want to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. But I had E. coli from a cruise ship, and I'm going to tell you, I still went to work. And I went to work 3 days with it before I said I can't do it no more. And then after work, I went to the hospital. But if you want to know more about that, then let me know down in the comments below, and I'll tell you all about it. Fun story. But on this particular story, I woke up with a headache Wednesday, and I went to work, and I worked all day. And I'm going to tell you something. My sinuses were the worst. From that morning to that afternoon, I had the worst sinus infection ever. So I carried on about my day, and I remember just working the rest of the week. I mean, I don't stop working. I'm always working. And then that Saturday morning, didn't even realize it, we went out to eat. And I wasn't in a bad shape as to where, hey, I was down in the bed like, man, I can't move, can't do nothing. And so I went out, me and a couple of friends and my wife, we went out to Olive Garden, and I thought it's just a sinus infection because I get one every year. For some odd reason, I always seem to get a sinus infection. So I thought, hey, nothing real, nothing big, boom. Well, I ate. I mean, I'm telling you, went through my daily and stuff like that. Daily routine, all my stuff, eating, going to a few stores, came back. Well, guys, I woke up Sunday morning and I realized something. I had went to take a bite of something, and I can't remember what it is, and I couldn't even taste it. And I thought, and have you ever had that, like, oh my, like, it just hits you like a light bulb? And I'm telling you, it hit me. So I called my pastor up. We attend a local church, and I said, I don't think I need to come in. And of course, you know, everybody's like, what's going on? You know, everybody's kind of asking, and I was like, and I didn't want to say it. And maybe you can relate to me. I didn't want to say it. I was like, I think I got COVID. And sure enough, I went to a testing center. And back in that time, that was when they had those really long Q-tips. And they were digging the back of your brain. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know down in the comments below. But I really didn't want to go through it. My wife worked at Load and Vision, and she was dealing with customers, really interacting. So she had to get one every time somebody broke out. She got tested 3 times in 1 month, and I felt so sorry for her. And I thought, you know, I'm doing pretty good. I'm not going to have to do it. So I did an online check at a place where they had you stay outside. They had you stay in your vehicle. They come out in their suit, and they come out with all their stuff, and they do it right there in your car. And I'll never forget that they come and said, hey, you tested positive. And my heart like dropped, and I'm thinking, wow, this is insane. Like, I never thought I would get it. I'm not a dirty person. I'm very, very clean, and I got it. So how did I get it? And then it takes me back to that drive-through at that mom and pop shop where that lady was touching all that money and handling the food, closing it, moving the toast. And I'm thinking, that's the last time. And I'm gonna tell you something, I've never eaten there since. And it's been 2 years. I'm just saying, I'm that type of person. Like, it literally got me so sick. Now, here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about COVID. I only got a fever 1 time, but I literally wasn't bedridden. I wasn't in the bed, and I thank God because I've had family members pass from it. COVID has been a very terrible thing for my family. I've lost some loved ones, and it's been very hard. And I remember me and my wife got it. You know, I got it first. I think she got it second. But when I had it, I only had 1 fever, and it lasted like, I would say 2 hours. And then once I broke it, and I was on the uprise, and I thought, did my sinus infection trigger it, or did it get from that lady handling? I mean, it was crazy, you know. And like right now, I woke up with my throat hurting, and I'm thinking, no, is COVID back? And then you read this, like, China recovery setback by record COVID outbreak as lockdowns spread. The economic pandemic restriction as a break on growth in the world's 2nd largest economy. And the reason that I do this research and bring it up to you is, hey guys, take precaution. Make sure to keep your distance because COVID could be back. So guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Your love and support means the world to me. For just $2.99, you can support this channel so we can keep bringing you this news. I love you. I appreciate you. Don't forget to jump in on the $100 prize giveaway, and all you got to do is follow these steps. Let us know that you are the #1 fan, and we will put your name in a drawing to win. We've already done the first giveaway. We're doing the next giveaway in the month of December on the 22nd. And if you enjoy movies like I do, then let us know that you love movies. And here is a movie quote line. Let us know what movie you think this came from.
What are you talking about? You gotta get back on duty. You're not a cop.
Yeah, you're right. I got this down the costume shop. But it can't hurt to pretend.
What a Weisenheim.
I'm telling you, I've watched that movie probably too many times. It's a great movie. I love it. Clean. It's not too crazy. But yet again, it's a great movie. Let me know what you think that movie is. So guys, be safe. Remember to sanitize, keep your distance. And until next time, I'm John Miro. Peace.